Are you a fan of old school Legend of Zelda? Do you like fast-paced combat? And lastly, are you a fellow gun enjoyer? If you answered yes to at least one of them, then I recommend you to play Hyper Light Drifter. Hyper Light Drifter is a fast-paced action RPG made by a Hard Machine team back in the nefarious year of 2015. Man, I feel old. It's been 6 years already. You play as the Drifter, a collector of ancient technology armed with a hard light sword and a trusty blaster who travels in this ruin of a civilization left broken by the explosion and the Titan War that brought destruction to the four regions of this world: Crystal Forest of the West, Snowy Peaks of the North, the Wetland of the East, and the Dry Dune of the South. In his quest to face his mortality and right the wrong of the past civilization that caused all this. Also, he's kinda dying pretty hard right now. The gameplay of Hyper Light Drifter consists of exploration into the vast ruins of the four exotic regions of the world to uncover its secrets, extract the modules scattered and hidden across the land, and exterminate the local threat, while also collecting some moolahs along the way, which can be used for various upgrades. And by the way, the secret nook and cranny that you can find most of the time contain some amount of moolahs and medpack, so the more you explore, the more this game will reward you, so keep an eye out for those. The combat in this game revolves around 5 things: the sword, the blaster, the grenade, and healing and dashing. You have your reliable hard light sword as your main weapon, with 3 slash combo that cannot be upgraded, but can be learned new move to use in your combo. A gun, a blaster, yes, blaster, that can help in dealing extra damage from additional range and keep more damage output in the combo. The blaster can be recharged by hitting destructible objects or the enemy. Start out with a pistol, and as you progress, you can unlock more blaster to be used in the combat. Grenade, which you have to unlock from the store. Just like auto grenade in the auto game, give out a generous amount of damage in a large AoE, which can help in dealing with a group of enemies. It recharges for quite a long amount of time, so don't rely too much on that. Dashing is the quickest method of maneuver that can give you a positional advantage and give you space from the fight to heal up with a mid-pack, which can be used to heal to full health. You can carry up to 5 of these with an upgrade. All of these are your tools to fight the fast-paced combat that this game will throw at you. You can combine them and make a good combo to shred everything in your way. Oh, quick tip. And this is mandatory, by the way. Don't you dare skip this. The game sometimes have a performance issue when playing for a while that will reduce the speed of this game from a Doom May Cry speed to support, but the protagonist is just standing around scratching his butt speed. Sure, it kinda make the move of the enemy easier to evade, but it also slows you down as well. Take into account that the move like dash slash or chain dash, which you can unlock later, require an input with a very low margin of error to execute. The con is clearly outweigh the pro. So if you can, go to the 3D setting of Nvidia or AMD and set everything down to performance and set the shader cache size to the lowest you can go, or maybe just outright disable it. It will give you this game's intended speed. Honestly, this game's speed and harsh enemy with great combat system and fun landscape and secret to discover is what sold me this game. I wouldn't have it any other way. Wait, no, scratch that. A bit more lore would be real nice. Oh yeah, this game has lore and story, which is told with no dialogue at all. This game lore and story is told via few cutscenes this game has, an environment of each region, the lore tablet in its own language by the way, and the story slideshow that's told by some of the NPCs credited in this land, which left most of the story up to the speculation of the player to piece together. Man, the Hard Machine team really just throw all these lore and gameplay in our hand and tell us to have fun, refuse to elaborate any lore further, and just leave to make a new game. How base of them. This game is quite close to perfect, with its fun and fast-paced combat, with lots of landscape and secret and story to explore. It's a really good game, for real. And if I had to give this game an unbiased score, I would give it a 9.6 out of 10. Man, I should've known how to fix the performance issue sooner, so it wouldn't ruin my first playthrough. Maybe it's because I used the Zotac GT 440 on my first playthrough too. But nah, I suppose blaming myself is easier. By the way, Team Hard Machine also made Solar Ash and currently working on Hyper Light Breaker, a roguelike sequel, spin-off? Sequel? I don't know, of Hyper Light Drifter in collaboration with the Gearbox publisher. That's right, Hyper Light Breaker is gonna get a risk of brain treatment and gain another D. 3D, baby! Yeah. That's like 50% more D than Hyper Light Drifter. It's set to release in 2020D, so in the meantime I'll be watching the array with great interest, and with a moderate amount of hype. And for you watching this right now, go buy Hyper Light Drifter or something, and I don't know, maybe play it to 100%. It's so good, man, go play it. If you already have it, buy a second copy. Buy it for your ma, your dad, your grandpa, your ancestor, and even your dog. Buy it, sucker. Buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it, buy, 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 buy. Bye bye.